Peace and love, creatives. Today we're just going to open up some paint tubes and put them in pans and basically get them ready for some adventures that they might or might not go on in the future. The first paints that I'm setting up are the Vinci Gouache paint, which is a kind of new product. Not very, it hasn't been on the market for very long. And I bought them, because I thought that they would do well as dried up paint to take out and do some plein air. To be continued, I still have not used them in that capacity, but I have used them, and for the most part they dry pretty well and they re-wet pretty well for the most part. The next set of paints that I am putting into a pan I've had for, I want to say, over 2 years, and I tried them out in a video. I just wanted to test them out, so I put a little bit in a pan and I let them dry and I tried them out. And my reason for only putting a little bit, I didn't know if I was going to like them or not. And these Turner paints, they're pretty good. I like them, but they smell like the initial pouring of the paint into the pan. There's like a Band-Aid kind of smell, like a doctor's office. I don't even know how to explain it, but it has a very interesting smell to them. But for the most part, they're fun to paint with, and I look forward to taking them out when I do take them to do some plein air. If I do, whenever I do use them, I'm looking forward to using them. They've dried very, very well, and I did not put it in the video, but I did have to pour more paint into the pans once they dried down, because they dried down considerably, and that's normal for putting paint into paint pans. But my warning to you is that if you do purchase Turner watercolor paint tubes, just know that that small set that I have, that's probably just going to fill one half pan. That's all you're getting out of those paints. Just food for thought, because sometimes these paints are really expensive on specific websites, and you want to know if you're getting your money's worth, and wait for a sale. If you do purchase them, I would wait for a sale, which I did when I purchased them. I got them on a really good sale. I think I paid maybe $20 for them, maybe. Yeah, $20, good price, full price on these paints. I'm not sure. In my opinion, I don't think so. Moving on to the next paints that I'm filling. I've actually never used these paints before, and I'm quite excited to use them once they do dry down. And they're the Maimeri blue paints. And I got a specific curated set that was on Amazon, and I bought them with points, and it was, I believe, Jenna something Rainey, and she is on YouTube, and it was a curated set made by her. I bought those, and then I was looking for another set. I forgot where I got the other set, to be honest with you. It's been a while. But I'm glad I got another set, because the set I got from Amazon, I ended up complaining to them because the tubes kind of they exploded in the box, which was weird because the box was fine. There was nothing wrong with the box. It was just the tube. The next set that I ended up getting, it had the color that I was looking for. I couldn't even tell you. Sometimes I'm on a hunt for a specific color or a specific thing, and I come back to it and I'm like, why was I even looking for this color? And it was probably like a Payne's gray. You know what I mean? But this paint took so long to dry, But when they did dry, the reduction from pouring to drying in the pan was very minor, which was very interesting because, you know, you expect a difference in, you know, a reduction in the size of paint from pour to drying. And these paints did not have that. So I'm looking forward to using them. This is like a couple of weeks later, and this is how they turned out. Now this is a Daniel Smith container, and I put the Maimeri blue in there. If you have this container and you're having a hard time opening and closing it, there's like little divots right here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's two little lips, I guess you can call it, right there. I kind of took my blade and carefully shaved them back a little bit, and I can close it now and it won't open, but I also am not having as hard of a time as I did opening it and closing it in the first place. Yeah, so these are the Maimeri blue. Hopefully with the colors that I have a nice selection, and I'll be able to play with them. After a couple of weeks, they're still a little cushiony to the touch. I closed them prematurely thinking that they were ready, and this is what happened. I'm not worried about it though, because I can always use that for a painting. Here's how the turner turned out. These oh dear. Okay, hold on. Okay. They're still sticky. All of them. I have been drawing them closed. I was watching Sarah Burns, and she was talking about gouache and how they dry better, slower, but better when they're closed. So I would, and she was referring to gouache, but I was thinking maybe the same would happen if I used the method for watercolor. I have little paper wedges on the side here so that my pans don't shift, because they're just, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't fit in snug, so they move around. I also left the Chinese white in its tube, but it fits in here, which is pretty cool. Also, if I have a small paintbrush that I want to put in this, I can put it in here. I don't know how well this will travel at the moment with the setup that I have, only because the pans are loose in here. So I'll have to either sticky tack or double-sided tape, some kind of like go around with this. And then this is how the Da Vinci is drying. I'm not going to touch these because I'm sure they're still wet too. I don't know if I mentioned it in the voiceover, but I left the white empty because I figured with how much I'm going to be using white, I'll end up contaminating it and having to replace it more. So if I just leave that area for white when I want to take white, I think it'll work better. We'll see how that goes. But that's it. Those are my setups, and hopefully they'll be ready for when I'm ready to go out and do some plein air. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll leave a comment. Let me know if you have any of these paints, how you feel about them, and just say hi. It's okay. I'll say hi back, I promise. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace and love.